Morning, everyone. Hello and welcome to LovenStamps Studio. I'm Meg and you are here for Maker Mornings with Meg. So today's card uses a stamp set that I haven't used for a few episodes actually, but it is the feature for LovenStamps Monthly Tutorials for October. If you've looked at my website, I haven't updated yet, but I will today. So rest assured, but our stamp set is Snowy Wonder and it is absolutely darling with all of these fun images, and I'm not going to hold them up, but a ton of dies. There are 23 in this set, and we're going to use about half of them today. So hold your, buckle your seatbelts and get ready. Today's card is a really outstanding wow. It is one that I haven't made for a couple of years now, actually. The last time I think I shared a video on it was episode 181 of Maker Mornings with Meg, and today is episode 499. So woo! Thank you guys for sticking with me and being such a fun part of this community for Maker Mornings with Meg. So today's card is a real treat. Like I said, I'm going to give you all the directions and cutting sizes and stuff in the video. If you want the PDF of this, it is part of Maker Mornings with Meg tutorials for the month of October. Place any size order and you will, in my online store this month, and you will get the PDF to print at home of this. If your order is $50 or more, you get 2 card kits to go, which are all the pieces ready to go. Not of this card, but of 2 other cards from the set of 4 in that tutorial series. So, and you'll see why, because I do all the pre-die cutting and stuff for you. So this is not one that makes sense to pre-die cut. So, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna love having the instructions, and it's really, really cool. So, it's kind of a pop-up card, kind of a wow card. It's the tower card. Sometimes I think people call it a pinwheel card, but I think with all of this lead up to it, we should just get started, right? Okay, so let me switch my camera over here. Good morning. Hey, Joan. Hey, Nikki. And show you the pieces that are involved. So this piece of cardstock is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I've just scored it at 1, 2, 3, and 4 inches, okay? Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fold on all of these lines. And with these tower cards, there are a number of do's and don'ts to make them just really easy to put together. Here is your first do and don't. So do, add glue to this and glue it flat. Don't try to do it in the middle of the air like this, because lining up those scores and getting everything straight is just kind of a recipe for disaster. So you can use multi-purpose liquid glue, you could use tear tape, you could use Seal Plus. I'm going to go ahead and use Seal Plus for this. Just put a new cartridge in. There we go. And here is my next do and don't. Don't worry about getting your adhesive all on this tiny little 1/4 inch panel here. It's really not a big deal. But when we're going to put this together, I'm lining it all flat. So it's just flat like this on my table, and I'm just going to butt this over and squish it down. So now I know we have a tower that is perfectly square and going to fold flat for our card base. So, hey Sue, hey Bonnie, hey Trish. Let's see. So next step, you're going to take 4 panels that are cut to 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So basically this is like 2 card halves. If you had, just a piece of cardstock cut into quarters, cut in half, okay? So really simple. And again, we are going to go ahead and adhere these with strong adhesive, and this is a do, not a don't, do use your grid paper. You want to make sure that these pieces are lined up straight, and so I'm going to go ahead and line them up here by looking at the lines on my grid paper. So we're going to go here. I'm just going to use these dark lines right here to line this up. My first panel, I'm going to butt up to that overlap there. Okay, and I am going to place it so that it is straight here, okay? All right, so there's panel number 1. Now, you're gonna be tempted to be like, oh, what's going on? This is so cute, look. And then you'll look at this and be like, wait, what do I do next, okay? So here's my next tip for you. When you're working on this card, I recommend just sort of go with it 1 piece at a time, and don't pick it up every time, because you're just gonna kind of lose track where you're at. So this is what we just did, right? We stuck this down. We're gonna put our next adhesive on here. And again, you want to use strong adhesive on this. Let's see, I'm gonna forward my Seal Plus. And My Seal Plus, I really do love it for strong adhesive purposes. I tend to hold it really deep in my hand like this because I know that I'm going to have to forward this sometimes. So if that part annoys you, try holding it differently, and then it's honestly not a big deal. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to line this up right here on this next square panel. Every one of the square panels of the tower is going to get one of these larger cardstock panels. And again, I'm lining this up flat on the bottom, okay? Now I'm going to turn this, I'm going to rotate it one more panel, okay? So now I have a new panel exposed, and same thing, I'm going to add my strong adhesive here, place this on my line of my grid paper so I can get it lined up. I'm going to go all the way to this edge here on our 1-inch tower panel, and I'm going to make sure it's flush down here at the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, and then this is the one where usually I'm like, wait, I'm done. Why do I have another piece of paper left but no more panels? But this one tower panel here, if you have a 1-inch panel that's still, you can still see, then you are not quite finished yet. So last panel here, I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive there. Run this down all the way to the edge, flat at the bottom, and squish this down. Now, with any adhesive, these seal adhesives, tear and tape, these are pressure activated. So you just want to make sure that you take a second to go back on each panel and you just rotate it one at a time and make sure that that adhesive has a really good bond, okay? All right, there we go. Okay, see, we've got our base done. Now, not so painful, right? Not actually difficult at all. So let's talk about decorating this fun card. So we're gonna bring in all of our dies and our stamps here in a minute. But I have some panels cut, and these are cut to what's the size on these? These are 4 inches by 2.5 inches, and they're gonna fit on each of our panels here. So let's go ahead and attach these. Now this is one of those cards you want to be really careful not to overlap the edges of your panel with glue, because if you have glue squish out, it's not only going to stick to your envelope, but it could seal your card shut. And so that is just a really tricky thing. You don't want to do that. So as we're working on this is basically like 4 card fronts in one, because as you kind of walk around the tower, you're going to get 4 different panels to decorate. So a stamp set like Snowy Wonder with lots of very fun images is totally ideal for this kind of card design. Hey, Margie. Let's see. Okay, because we're going to have to decorate each one of these panels. Let's see. Next side, I want to go ahead and put something over here. And so I have this piece of Pool Party cardstock, and we are going to go ahead and do our folder first. So I have our Forever Plaid folder. Hey, Tanya. And we're going to go ahead and run this in. Now, remember not to put your cardstock into the hinge of the folder. That's a really quick way to kill your folder. So we're going to go ahead and line this up. And let's see, I have this from before. And so I have my number 1 plate, just the, hey, we're off the camera today. My number 1 plate, just the thick. Then I have my folder and my cardstock, and I have my number 4 specialty plate. And we're just gonna run all this through here. If your Stampin' die cut machine, Stampin' cut and emboss machine is too hard to turn, you wanna stop and think about your sandwich and make sure you don't have the wrong pieces kind of popped up in there. You want to stick with the sandwich that works. All right, so here is our pretty plaid. Isn't this gorgeous? This is one of my favorite folders lately. I just love, it's kind of non-specific in its design, so it goes with lots of fun things. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this into 1.5-inch sections. And thankfully, the edge of our ruler here is 1.5, so that makes this be really short work. Remember to butt your cardstock up against the top so you get straight lines. And then we're going to cut this into 4 strips, and I'll have some left over, but usually I just stick that in my stamp case and save it for later. The other thing that you might or might not want to do to create continuity in your card is keep your panels all facing the same direction. So I didn't turn any like this as we were cutting. I don't think. If you saw me do it, let me know. Nope, they all look okay. So then what we're gonna do when we flip these to add glue to the back is our plaid is gonna be continuous through our card panels as you turn. So probably not a huge deal, but still, you know, every little design bit, right? And then these are sized to fit right here. So they're 1.5 inches by 4 inches. And you don't have to die cut, or you don't have to emboss them all together like that. And actually, you don't even have to put anything here. You could put designer series paper on this panel, but we're gonna have a lot going on this card, so it's gonna get pretty busy. Cheryl says, oh yay, Cheryl, it's good to see you live, yeah. Yes, a tower card, it's been a while, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, and Sue says she's really enjoying the plaid folder too. All right, so now we have our background. So what are we gonna put on this? All right. And with this Snowy Wonder stamp set is part of the Snowy Scene Suite collection. And it has all these fantastic papers with all these different designs. But when you're looking to fill a nice amount of space, we have these absolutely fabulous snow globes, which fit here on our card. So, oh, Tanya says, wait, great way to use multiple papers. Just wait, just wait. All right, so I have here some that I have already die cut, and the dies are included in this stamp set. You actually, well, you might not with these. With the circle ones, you definitely can't cut the circle and the base at the same time. So what I usually do is sort of rough cut our pieces and then pop my dies on. And we're gonna go with our little penguin friend here. I haven't used the penguin yet on the cards for Maker Mornings with Meg, so I'd been promising that I was gonna get that. Oh, which reminds me, so next Tuesday is episode 500, and I have a really, really cool card plan for you guys. If you want to try and guess like what it is, you can. I'll tell you if you're getting warm, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to guess because it's really fun, and I haven't done anything like it for a long time. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and pull our pieces out here. And like I said, these are dies from this die set. And now we have 2 sets of little snow globes. So I think the bases go like this. All right, so lots of cool possibilities for these, including one that I'm going to share with you on Tuesday that is like one of the most fun things ever. So you're still not going to guess it though. All right. Oh, yay. Sheila's excited to see how this card comes together. Hey, Terry. Okay, so now we have our pieces, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop these on here. Now, here is a major do and don't about this card design. So you want to make sure that this fits in an envelope. And right now, before I put anything on it, it fits in an envelope. If you think about it, the finished card is no more than 5.5 inches wide and 4.25 inches tall. But we're about to do something that's going to make it wider than 5.5 inches. And honestly, when I made my sample, because it's been so long since I've done these cards, when I made my sample, I was like, wait, I've done something wrong. This does not work. So I'm going to show you that here in a second, and I'm going to show you why it does work and why not to panic when you get to that point and you're like, what? Meg said this would fit in an envelope and it doesn't. Oh, Kelly, a waterfall card. Actually, it's not a waterfall card, but I haven't done that forever either. And you're right, those are really fun. I should probably add that to an upcoming video list. Hey, actually, all your guesses are great. Keep them coming because then I can design for upcoming things from your guesses. Let's see. Oh, Tanya says she's not trying to guess. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pop our snow globe on here. It is overlapping the right edge of this panel. Now, I'm going to flip this over to the other side, and I am going to pop our other snow globe on here, which actually I realized I put my adhesive too far over. So I'm going to move this back because I don't want to overlap our edge. There we go. So I don't want the adhesive to be on the other side of our card here. So, all right. So then our second snow globe is going to fit here like this. All right, you guys with me? Now, so right now fits in, it's no more than 5.5 inches wide, fits in an envelope. But when I go like this, It's now wider than 5.5 inches. So no good, right? So when you get to this and you're like, I thought Meg said I could overlap the edges. The answer to that is you can overlap the edges, but only on 2 of the panels, and they have to be front to back of each other, okay? So on the other 2 panels, if I go ahead and I rotate this 90 degrees, these panels, I have to be inside this line because this creates the outer edges of our card when we're finished. Okay, you guys with me? Oh, Kelly guessed an explosion card. No, but I like that idea. Cindy guessed a wiper card. Nope. Also a good one. Let's see. If I had to say, you guys are not very warm, but they're all good ideas. And actually, no pun intended. It is going to be a snowy wonder card. So, no, not getting warmer. Okay. Sorry, I can't help myself. All right, let's talk about the other pieces on here. Not a slider card. These are all good, though. Keep guessing. These are fun. Like, it's going to stock me for the next couple episodes. So what we want to do now is we want to create some of the fun pieces that are going to go on our card. And one of the things I love about a stamp set like Snowy Wonder for this card is that you have no end to the fun possibilities of things that you can stamp and create for your panels. Because remember, this is like decorating 4 cards in one. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some images on here. And as I go, I'm going to go ahead and put dies on. Now, one of the things I like to do about putting dies on as I go is that it means that I'm less likely to stamp too close for the next thing. So I have garden green here, and I'm going to stamp it out here. How much paper am I saving by moving it a little further, or losing by moving it a little further away? A marginal amount, I guess. How much time am I saving by making sure that I can die cut this all at one time? That part, that's the part that makes me happy. So I'm not going to worry too much about whether this is the most efficient way to use my paper. Did you guys have a lesson of like, I don't know, all the things I need to know I learned in kindergarten? So it goes back to that lesson of like, don't cut the circle out of the middle of the cardstock. Okay. Spinner card, a slider card, no, a light up card. Oh, Cindy, that's clever. I will say Cindy might be getting a teeny bit warmer, but not like totally warm. Not a treat box. But you could make a treat box from the design I'm going to show. And Sheila said, great tip. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Yes. And Tanya said she likes the tip about stamping with your dies on there so you can see what's going where. Yeah, I am all about making things easy for ourselves. Let's see, there's room for a die here. I've also double mounted here our stamps so that we can, okay, I think you guys get the idea about the die. I don't have to do them all for you. But we do have one more image to stamp. We have our last little tree. There we go. And so forth, okay? So then those all get the dies put on them, and through the magic of television. Oh, and also our snowman friend. We're going to stamp our snowman friend. So through the magic of television, I have all of these dies here ready to assemble for our card. Okay. All right. So let's try. I'm going to try not to lose any dies between now and the end of my video. We'll get our stamps out of the way. And if you're looking for the black, I like to use Memento black for our piece there. Now, the other thing that I'm featuring when I do the monthly tutorials, I always feature a small curated set of supplies. And so the small set of supplies is designed to use over and over again for different things. And so the other die set that I've included this month is going to be the Everyday Details dies. So we need 2 pieces here for our greetings. So these are from the circles and the rectangles that are all in this die. So I've got these here. Okay, let's see. I saw another guest come in. Oh, Bonnie said a shaker card. Oh, Bonnie is getting warmer. Okay, I did not think that you guys would. I still don't think you'll get it. But Bonnie's getting warmer. Okay, so bringing this in, we're going to start putting some of our pieces together here. And I just realized, hold on a second. I need my fun sample so that I can show it to you guys later too, because it's a little different. But I also need it to be able to remember what goes where on our cards. There's a lot going on here. which is to say that you can do whatever you like. You certainly do not have to do, you know, the same lineup of decorations or anything like that. But we're going to use the Let It Snow stamp. So I'm going to bring my pumpkin pie back in here. I love pumpkin pie and garden green with Pool Party for this sort of non-traditional set of cardstock colors, and Poppy Parade. And we're going to add some snow in here. So I've got our little snow die, and we're going to pop a couple of these on. It's a little dangerous to stamp when you can't see through, but I'm not going to take the time to remount that stamp. So I've got a dimensional here. I'm going to put my dimensional on my paper instead of on my die, so that I know that it's not going to come off the back, because I need it to not show on the back side here. All right. Would you guys like to be a little closer to me too? There we go. All right, so now we have our panel that's going to fit over here. Here's another do and don't, okay? You cannot cross the midline of the card here, okay? Because if you think about it, when you close the card, it's going to crease across there. So if I put this on our card like this, it would get creased, and then it would not work correctly, wouldn't open correctly. But you can, this is a do, so you remember the back of our snow globe here. We are going to overlap the back of that, which is no problem, because now we know that these are defining the outer edges of our card. We can actually go, you know, pretty far here if you really want to. So I'm going to pop this on here, and I'm going to use another dimensional, because why not? And then I'm going to pop another little bit of cardstock or designer series paper under here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this like so. And then you want to think about what's going to show on the back. So what shows there is just a little bit of a snow globe, so that's fine. And I'm going to trim it right here, okay, so that it doesn't cross that line. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to attach this here with some glue. Let's see, Cindy guessed a snow globe shaker card. You are getting warmer, but you're not quite there yet. All right, and then if we want to, we can pop this on this side. I'm not going to here, because I'll show you what we're going to do instead. But I have a couple of our die cuts. We're going to go ahead and put our house and our tree on here. And I really like to vary the height of our elements so that they're not just like all in a straight line as you go around. I really like your eye will travel kind of as you go. And I have a piece of plaid cardstock here. Now, I'm going to cut this one to the same width as our card piece. But what I'm going to do is actually mount this here. And this is where I'm saying, like, okay, have rules, but then feel free to break them. Remember, you can't go past this edge of this panel, because that is defining the width of our final card. But what you can do is split elements and have them be glued on other sides here. So the visual is that this element continues across these lines. Make sure this is straight. But the actual element itself is cut so that it folds with no problem. I got it really close, so I guess it makes a little tiny funny noise, but it does work. All right, now I can go ahead and pop a dimensional on the back of these. And we're going to, oh yeah, Bonnie gets the shaker card too. Kind of getting closer, you're getting warmer. All right, so now we have our panel here. So one panel, we have our cute snow globe here. We have a third panel, which is going to be sort of the back of our card, like the front of our card. So I would say like this would be kind of like the front of our card, although it's going to have to go in the envelope, remember, this way so that it fits. So this is going to be the inside of our card. I have our other strip here. We're going to stamp this with Season's Greetings. There we go. And then we're going to pop this on here with a dimensional. And we still need to get our snowman into this card for sure. So let's get where is my die cut snowman? There he is. Okay, snowman friend. And he needs a hat, so I did his hat in pumpkin pie. So I'm going to make that sort of at a little jaunty angle. And you know me, I like to just attach things with dimensionals that overlap. So it's right across where those two pieces of cardstock intersect, which means it's going to stay where I want it to. And then we can pop our snowman on here like that. So he's kind of like sideways, yay! And we need a bit of orange for his nose. So I'm just gonna bring out my pumpkin pie Stampin' Blends and use the bullet tip for sure, because that makes it really easy. All right, we also have these two little elements left here. And so let's pull these in. I'm gonna put a mini Stampin' Dimensional on the back of each one, just to make our size of our dimensionals not be messing up our card. And we're going to pop these just underneath here. So there's a lot going on in this paper. It's pretty busy. I'm okay with that. So now we have our little Season's Greetings elements here. So we have our panel here with a snow globe. We have our panel here with our Let It Snow, another snow globe, and so forth. So what would you do with your greeting for this? So if I were going to go ahead and make, like I wanted to write a message to go with this card, I would probably go ahead and cut myself another of these circles from Everyday Details dies, and I would pop it like under these elements here so that you could write your notes and stuff right under the Season's Greetings. So actually, here, I'll show you on this one. we'll do it. So I'm gonna pop this down here, and then these elements here are gonna go on top of it. So it kind of incorporates the message and so forth, but gives you a chance to do your writing. So, okay, oops, it helps if I glue it in. And we've seen plenty of this designer series paper, so I'm not too worried about like covering up too much of it. There we go. Okay, so now you'd have a place to do your writing and so forth. Okay. Cindy said a never-ending card. No, but that's a really great one. I love those. I haven't done that for a long time. Okay, getting cooler with a never-ending card. Hey, Nika. Okay, so if you're wondering like why we're all talking about different kinds of cards, I said I'm sharing a really, really fun card on Tuesday next week for episode 500 of Maker Mornings with Meg, and we're trying to guess what it is. So anyway, we're playing Warmer and Colder in honor of this snowy stamp set. And the fact that it was 32 degrees when I got up this morning. We have frost here, so in central Illinois. Okay, we're not done yet though. We need some bling on our card, right? So here is the way this works. I just can't stop playing with it. It's just a really fun card. It's really cute on all the sides. But we're gonna add some of our loose white snowflakes, which are super darling. And my lesson for these is hands down, do not put glue on the snowflake. You're putting your glue on the card, okay? And then don't grab those snowflakes with your fingers. We're all about do's and don'ts today. Oops. Do grab the snowflakes with take your pick tool. There you go. And pop them on here with your take your pick tool. Now, if you're like, wait, the things stick to my take your pick tool, they don't come off. You'll notice that when I'm doing this, I'm actually using my other hand. I just use the side of my thumbnail and squish it down there so that will help it. If you have pretty beautiful big nails, then you might not be able to use your thumbnail to do that. Paper snips are a really handy tool too. So you could pick up your snowflake with your take your pick tool and then just pop it down with your tip of your Stampin' paper snips here. Well, that was like a really thin snowflake. Now be really careful not to over glue these snowflakes because you don't want to have the card stick shut when I'm gonna skip that panel, when you are working on your card. Now this card is fairly dimensional. I put a lot of dimensionals in here on a lot of different pages. And so I wouldn't necessarily recommend trying to mail it for the flat as a flat card. You're probably gonna have to put extra postage on it. But you know what? This card is amazing and it's worth it. So, all right. So there we go. And I'll show you this finished card up really close. Remember, you're gonna stamp your envelope for this in a big way because you wanna make it really cool. So here is the front of the folded version of the card that fits in an envelope. Oh, Tanya says she likes the better with the tree and the present on the white. There you go. And then you get to see it again. Here's the second panel. So panel number 2 of our card. And there's the what Tanya was talking about where I added the greeting here. Here is panel number 3 with a snow globe on it. And of course with the little dimensional snowflakes. Then panel 4 here is our extra Let It Snow there with our house and so forth. So the nice thing about this card is it doesn't take a lot of work. So when someone pulls it out of the envelope, it pretty much like comes together on its own to help them figure out, like, if you touch the card, it moves. It's not like a difficult one where you're trying to figure out, like, what's the mechanism of this? And so it's pretty obvious from the very start. So remember the rules about this. Do decide which is going to be, the defining edges of your card when it's closed, and don't overlap them. You can't go outside the defining edges. You can go outside the other, the non-defining edges, okay? All right. Let's see, envelope possibilities for this. I shared some of these kind of recently, but these are the, some really fun envelope ideas. Oh, I don't like the yellow. Sorry about that. White balance, fun. White balance automatically doesn't always work very well. But there are some fun envelopes, and so you could pop this into one of those fun envelopes. And then let me show you the other cards that I've shared already for our Make Your Mornings with Meg this month for October cards. This one, I actually shared it in September, but are fun here with the circles and using all of these pieces. And then also our Let It Snow card here with our strippies. And using those with one of the, not die cut, but fussy cut snow globes right out of the paper. So you can see our plaid show off there. All right, Tanya said, I'm thinking how to mail each grandkid a family envelope with individual cards for each. Oh, that's a fun idea. Yeah, I am a big fan of the poly mailers, poly whatever mailers, that like lots of things ship in these days. They're really pretty tough. So, and easy to do. If you guys are shipping a lot of packages, I'll just put in a little plug. I don't get like anything for this, but I'll put in a plug that says I ship most of my packages through pirateship.com. They do discounted USPS, UPS, and I think they maybe do FedEx too. I almost never do FedEx with them, but they do discounted package shipping. And so if you're doing things at home, you can have a little scale, weigh your stuff, and they make it really easy to just print shipping labels at home for packages. So Tanya, when you're sending your family envelopes, you can do that. Or, if it's like a one-off thing, it's not painful usually to go to the post office. Although I will say that varies depending on your post office. I'm really lucky we have an amazing post office in my town. I love them. So, I have another card to share with you. This is the version here that uses the tall snow globes, but you can also use the round snow globes easily on this card. So here is the round version. These pieces are pretty similar to what we've already done, but I wanted to show you those round snow globes also do fit on here. You just want to make sure you, have your defining edges. Don't go beyond your defining edge. And the round one here is so wide that you have to make sure that you don't go outside there, okay? But as long as you keep your defining edges, then you don't have to worry about that. So, yeah. Tanya says, love all these cards, and this bundle set is so cute. Yeah, amazingly cute, right? So lots of fun possibilities for this card. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me on our fun adventure to make our tower card. So episode 499 of Maker Mornings with Meg, a kind of fun card. And I will have another great one for you on Tuesday with our 500th episode. And thanks for guessing along and trying to guess what the card is. You guys have been getting close, so I'll keep an eye on the comments and see what pops up. And as always, it is pre-Friday. Happy pre-Friday to you on this Thursday of Maker Mornings with Meg. And I will see you again on Tuesday. So if you guys have any questions, remember there is a special going on. Anything that Stampin' Up! Is carried from Close to My Heart, since they have shuttered their doors. Anything from my online store that is available from Close to My Heart, you can get at discount right now. I think it's like 30% or something. So click over in the shopping link in the video description, and you can use the menu to search for the Close to My Heart items. And that is just for a couple days. I think today's the last day. If I'm wrong, we'll put a note in the comments. And then also remember that the starter kit special is going on. And yes, you can combine, you can stack all the specials. So the starter kit special with the the bonus $30 on the starter kit means you get $155 in product of your choice for $99. If you like pop close to my heart stuff in there, you would get that discount besides. It's a really great time to take advantage. And then all kinds of fun pre-order opportunities coming up from Stampin' Up! For demonstrators, including the pre-order items, that color coach that I showed you, that you can get right now as a demonstrator. And you can also get it in your starter kit pre-order. You can get pre-order items in your starter kit. So click over, there's a learn more about the special for the starter kit in the video description link. And if you click over there, I have a little graphic that shows you how to look at those items and see all the things that are available just for pre-order for demonstrators / people getting the demonstrator starter kit. So, all right, everybody, that is us for our fun pre-Friday, and thank you for watching. I will get the blog post set up for this too if you want to go back and pin photos and things like that. So you can always find those on my website at LovenStamps.com. If you want to get email notifications of those when you're looking at one of my current blog posts, look in the right-hand column. I don't know which side is right for you. Anyway, look in the column on the side, and there's a little spot to put your email address in, or it's a click to sign up, I think, link. Where you can sign up to get my blog posts in your email. And then you never have to wonder, like, has she posted yet? Is it coming? It'll always pop into your email there when I've posted a new blog post. And so you'll have a link to the photos and the videos and so forth there. So thank you guys for all your support. And oh, yay, Cheryl says she's inspired to go make a tower card. Yay, definitely go do that. So we'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful weekend. We have marching band on ours, as always. So we'll look forward to that. So happy stamping, everybody.